Today, I'm very excited to bring you a shave with Sonder from House of Mammoth, coming right up. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm your host John, aka Latherhog. If you're at all interested in things related to the world of wet shaving, you've come to the right place. So I'm very excited to bring you today's shave. The scent is near and dear to my heart, and that is Sonder from House of Mammoth. Now you may have previously heard me mention this scent. This is the kind of revised, revamped version of Sonder, and I recently used the pre-production Mammoth Magic Splash featuring that scent as well a few videos ago back in August. The quick story about how this scent came to be was before Ben over at House of Mammoth went into full production and debuted his first soap. So we were on this journey of 30 some odd soap-based versions, and along the way he asked if there was a scent that I was interested in. And the first thing that I could think of was basically one of my signature scents or favorite scents in my collection, and that is Chanel Allure Homme Edition Blanche. Now, one thing to note was that we weren't going for a dupe scent or a clone. It was kind of a little bit of an exercise in fragrancing, where I don't think Ben has ever smelled the actual fragrance in question, but he had a list of notes, and I just wanted him to take his own interpretation of those notes, and that's kind of how the first version of Sonder came to be. But fast forward a year or two, and Ben's come a long way in that perfuming, fragrancing journey. So I think he's kind of tweaked or updated some other scents in the past, and Sonder, kind of came up on the schedule. So that's what I'm holding for you today. The revamped, revised version of Sonder. Maybe I'll personally call it Sonder 2.0. Having smelled both, it's been such a telling journey of how far he's come. There's the fresh pour for you. Here's a label on the bottom, next to the main label. And let's take a sniff off the tub. So I would say this is a pretty robust scent. I think citrus scents may pop a little bit more anyway, but I would say this is in between like a 6 and 7 out of 10 on scent strength. And it just kicks off with a wonderful lemon note that I know lemon is a tricky note because it can really quickly turn towards like lemon cleaner, pledge, that kind of direction. And I would say that it's been really well blended, and it's a very creamy lemon, if anything. There's some greenness, brightness, very refreshing and clean. So we'll get more into the scent in just a little bit. Let me show you what else we got for the shave today. So as I mentioned before, I have the pre-production version of Sonder in the Mammoth Magic Splash. This is a alcohol splash. You gotta give it a good shake just to get all the skin food well distributed, so it's not all at the bottom. And this also has just a little bit of synthetic cooling, so just a great feeling splash that nourishes the skin, refreshes the skin, and actually absorbs into it quite well, not leaving it tacky or sticky or anything like that. For my razor, I'm going to go with the Razorworks Game Changer 0.84, and this is loaded with a Gillette Nacet blade. And lastly, for my brush, I'm going with this guy from Oku Brushes, my second go with the Bilbao, 28mm. Nice jelly knot, and it's been soaking and is ready for action. Also, as far as beard growth, we're working with about 4 days worth of stubble, and I'm ready to take this down and get it cleaned up. I also forgot to mention, keep on watching to find out the winner of the Lancaster Razorworks blurple shaving towel. Now before we get to the face lather, you guys can do me a huge favor. If you're enjoying the video, please be sure to hit that like button. And if you haven't done so already, please consider becoming a subscriber, as it'll really help out the channel, support the channel, but also let you know when the next video is out. Also, I want to invite you guys to check out the Lather Talk Discord to interact with fellow wet shaving enthusiasts, listeners of the Lather Talk podcast, and just all around cool people. All right, so we have the proto lather applied here as a pre-shave, brush is loaded. Let's get ready to go into the face lather. And let's kick things off by sharing with you the scent notes of Sonder. So the official scent notes for Sonder include lemon, bergamot, grapefruit, clean mountain air, watery green notes, lily of the valley, opanax, benzoin, and sandalwood. So based on that list of scent notes, there are quite a number of citrus notes here, just giving, contributing to that bright, airy, very enjoyable, very pleasant citrus top. I don't actually know where this kind of the creaminess, creamy sandalwood is coming from. The sandalwood and the woodiness of that, sure, that's the sandalwood, but I'm not sure what's giving that creamy, almost gourmand vibe. Now, I wouldn't call this fully a gourmand. It maybe dips its toe into that category, but there's a lot of complexity here and everything's really, really well blended. It's not super floral or anything like that, but it does have a bit of a green characteristic, fresh and clean as well. I should also note that after using the aftershave, I not only bought the soap, but I also bought the accompanying eau de parfum. And I did give that a test wearing the other day. It works really, really well. I think it particularly shines probably in the spring and summer, but there's enough going on, and it's a strong scent. I think if you guys haven't checked out House of Mammoth fragrances or perfumes, and you like a nice, strong, robust scent, those guys, especially in comparison with the shaving soap and the balms or the splashes, it is beastly. So let's go in with that Game Changer 0.84 for the first pass. I will say it's very satisfying to see multiple days of growth just get mowed down with very little effort. Granted, I don't have like the coarsest beard or anything like that. But given how I keep clean shaven, stubble eventually starts getting to me. In addition to the Sonder scent getting this really nice revision, yes, revision, I'm also glad to see that it's been re-released as the first time. It was a exclusive to the, I believe it's called the New York Wet Shaving Expo, which Peter Charkalis of the Shaving Shop and Club and A&E had put together in Manhattan. That's where Sonder originally appeared. I think there was a limited amount that was made available online as well, but for the most part, it was a little hard to get. But part of that story for House of Mammoth is, is availability. And really now, it's not that crazy clamoring, although it does, there's still seasonal or limited releases that happen. But for the most part, if you want to get a House of Mammoth soap nowadays, you can get a House of Mammoth soap. All right, guys, and now for the moment that you've been waiting for, the drawing for the Lancaster Razorworks Blurple Shaving Towel giveaway. And we have a total of 39 entrants, so best of luck to all of you. So congratulations to Traveling Light. You're the winner of the Blurple Shaving Towel from Lancaster Razorworks. Please reach out to me either on Instagram @latherhog or over email latherhog@gmail.com to claim your prize. Thank you to everyone who entered, and keep your eyes peeled for another giveaway next week. Now, back to the shave. All right, first pass, absolutely no issues whatsoever. So let's go in for that second pass now. All right, so we did the second pass. I did a quick third cleanup pass. I think keen observers will have noticed that I did nick my chin a little bit right here. So this is the first time I've paired together the gelatin asset with the Game Changer 0.84. I really like the efficiency that it brought. It did give it a little bit more blade feel as well, but I certainly didn't mind it. At some point, probably while I was chatting with you guys, I just wasn't careful enough, and I did nick myself just a little bit here, and you can see it, especially, you know, as the blood mixed with the lather there, just a little bit. But you know, it's okay. It'll happen. I know I should have been a little bit more careful anyway with this blade and razor combination, but that's really not too bad. So let's use the matching Mammoth Magic Splash. That can be quite a tongue twister. Mammoth Magic Splash. I believe, again, I don't have the label on here, but I do think the official version, and Sonder's the first, the first scent to debut with the splash, but I do believe on the label it says something to the kin of shake for the magic. And indeed, on that chin, a little bit of stinging, so the alcohol probably good to just clean things up there. All right, so closing thoughts. I know I mostly talked about the scent for today's Sonder. Really love this one. You know, my personal attachment to it aside, I give this my full endorsement. This is one to get your nose on, but I would say this is very likable, crowd pleasing. I think most people who try it will like this one, and you know, really being tied to the story of how Sonder came to be. I'm really curious about your thoughts. So if you did pick up the new version, or when, you know, if you're planning to pick it up, let me know in the comments below if you have thoughts and opinions on it. Even, you know, whether you like it or not, I'd love to hear from you. And so before I go, a big shout out and thank you to Ben from House of Mammoth for creating Sonder, for doing this awesome revision of it, and just, you know, very thankful for your friendship in this world of wet shaving as well. And that's going to conclude our video for today. Thank you guys so much for taking some time out of your busy days for joining me for this shave. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you next time. Take care.